Get ready, get set, and hold on. It's going to be one heck of a ride. Good morning! It's Thursday. Some like to call it Throwback Thursday, but we ain't throwing anything back except for come November, maybe some of our legislators and elected officials. But we'll see what comes out of the polls then. But welcome to today's show. Today's Mouth of Matuszak show for Thursday, September. Remember September 18th, 2014. I'm your host, Paul-Gregory Matuszak, and if I haven't gotten you invigorated yet, then maybe you can listen to this next little bit and grab another cup of coffee while I grab a cup of mine and get that blood energized. And if coffee's not your thing, then stand up, clap your hands, dance, sing along, rap along with Stephen Crowder and Chris Lash as they wake you up with this little rendition called Mr. America.
Mr. America, look what you've done.
Yeah, looking at the country is not what I intended. Gotta start to make a change before the never-ending story of a failed nation runs straight out of luck. Like $1 million Tyler Perry movies, you suck. All you little have lots of skills, selfish and want more voting in your self-interest now instead of the core principles that made this country both honest and true. Free to speak, worship, pursue of your happiness too. With all the money you fly, you gon' be needing a big freeze. Hate the size of the Fed like Jesus hated the fig tree. As the spending goes up, you gotta borrow some more. Borrowing from the Chinese like, oh my Lord. Instead you just tax more, you're increasing the size of the federal government. Yeah, the Georgia surprise, you'll be done like Detroit. Man, no, you ain't coming back. Forget it, I'm out, I'm muzzle loading my
Mr. America, look what you've done. You trade your liberty and sovereignty for lies and promises. Mr. America, don't you run away. You pick up pieces up and face the problems, you'll be great again. I got tired of rolling over in my grave every day, making a monarchy of my beloved US of A. You little glitches need reminding of what we were before, and the sits that led us up to revolutionary war. High taxes to the throne without a voice of our own. Rule top down from the crime we wanted left alone. Oh, y'all so soft, you're taking it year after year. We were fighting red coats while we're brewing our beer. Now I'm drinking, spitting ciphers through a grill made of wood. That's how it all went down in G-Dub's neighborhood. Packing cabin balls like powder hammers with cock, lock, click, clack. The loss of backs like the attack us like that. The chicken littles who don't know me, listen, don't let it twist. We kick the A's of the B's for much less than this. So don't deny the historical climbing out of the mud. Follow me, believe it's greed, plant the seeds and be free. America, look what you've done. You trade your liberty and sovereignty for lies and promises. Mr. America, don't you run away. You pick up pieces up and face the problems, you'll be great again.
On the woman at 85 when it's really at 12. Hear me, classes in session, you can't be safe out the fail. What happens when you keep printing more dough? Both parties have gone green like their name was Al Gore. Yeah, but right now you're high. Hey, ain't you big hitter? But now I'm back from the dead. I'm bringing back all my knickers.
What?
What, knickers? No, it's okay. I can say knickers because I wear knickers.
Oh, okay.
Man, you think I say that? What's wrong with you? I'm just talking about my show back then. I rock with my shoe. But let's go back to the first point I was trying to make. The degradation of our freedoms and our country at stake. The government's getting grand while private sector grows smaller. Pour one out for your homies, cause here comes the cold water. Unemployment still rising, our debt's growing still. The only change you're gonna get is being left with the bill.
Mr. America, look what you've done. You trade your liberty
Whoa. Uh-huh. Yeah. Let's give it up. Chris Lash and Steven Crowder. Yeah. Just remember, folks, today-ish, sometime today, Steven Crowder should be putting up another video on his louderwithcrowder.com and over on his YouTube channel as well. So keep your eyes open for that. And if he has one up and the audio is suitable for radio play, we'll have it here tomorrow on our show. But also, speaking of tomorrow from 6 to 9 a.m., we'll have, we won't have, but Steven Crowder will have his radio show going. You can listen to that over at louderwithcrowder.com. And go ahead and listen in. And then when it's time for my show, switch on over to Heartland Radio over there on Live 365, or here on Live 365. Listen to my show for the hour or so. Now there's some debate, there's some talk going about here behind the scenes about possibly increasing the length of the show here. But it's still up in the air, folks. It's still being debated. So if you'd like me to go for another half hour or another hour, please leave comments down in the down below the podcast, whether it's over at pg-matuszak.blogspot.com, otherwise known as Mental Aikido. Leave them over there, or on the YouTube podcasts, or if you go over to the Mental Aikido and Mouth of Matuszak channel there on Live 365, if you're listening there to the replays, go ahead and leave a comment down below there, and I will get your comments. Now, if you try to do an email or a chat with me, that system is not yet hooked up over there at 365. But you can leave comments underneath the podcast themselves, and I will get those, and I will listen to what you think about bumping the show up by another, it wouldn't be a half hour. It would be about 20 minutes. We do 20-minute segments. So I could either bump it up by 20 more minutes, doing it an hour and 20-minute long show, or bump it up a full hour. It'll be one or the other. So let me know what you would like to hear, and I will do my best to see if I can make it happen. Now, if that means you just want me to shut up or do 20 minutes only, or stop my longer rants and just talk about the news or whatever. I'm very open to feedback. We'll take it into consideration, and when I decide how I want to improve the format of the show as we grow here. Anyway, that's enough about that. Like I said, today is Throwback Thursday. I've got nothing to put up here for Throwback Thursday, but maybe later on today, if you look over at either the Mental Aikido Facebook page, or if you're one of those people who's lucky enough to be attached to my personal Facebook, there might be something posted up there later, or over there on Twitter, if you're really interested in the whole Throwback Thursday thing. Although recently I've been wanting to put the little % sign symbol in front of Throwback Thursday, and there's a whole different meaning for using that, but what it is not safe for radio. Go ahead and do a Google search on it. I'll just give you a hint. It's an expletive, and then you're, as in beep, you're nose picking, or beep, the Red Sox. No, folks, I am not a Boston Red Sox fan. I'm not really a baseball fan. Ooh, hey, look, folks. That's why they have chocolate. That's why they have vanilla. That's why they have rum raisin. So there's different choices for different people. When it comes to baseball teams, I root for, in this order, Chicago Cubs, Chicago White Sox, and then anybody who's playing against the Yankees. So that's kind of my rating order for baseball teams if I'm going to watch baseball. I can watch baseball. I just tend to fall asleep. And then, the seventh inning stretch is usually for me time to wake up and actually watch the game, because to me the game itself is like the second half of the seventh inning through the ninth inning. The rest of the game before that is just warm up. I think the games are way too long and too boring. Two people playing catch while somebody swings a stick. That's just me. Now, I do find golf more exciting than baseball. Not by much, but I do. There's a lot more skills involved in it, to me, from my perspective. And I'm sure other people see it the other way. I am an American football fan. Now, I have to say American football because, of course, number one, I'm an American. Number two, anybody who comes from any country other than the U.S., when you say football, they think of that wimpy game of soccer. The one where you're not allowed to touch each other, and if you do, the person that you touch lays on the ground and cries like he had a bone broken when he doesn't even have a scratch or a bruise because he's trying to get you in trouble with a foul. No, not for me. I played it as a kid. I understand all the skill and everything involved, but for spectating, I much prefer contact sports. I'm weird that way. I'm a bit of a voyeur, a sadistic voyeur, if you want to consider it that way. I like American-style football. I like rugby. I like hockey. And I'm also a big fan of martial arts and mixed martial arts. So that's just what I like, folks. Like I said, that's why there's chocolate, there's vanilla, there's butter pecan, and there's rum raisin. Pick your favorite. Baskin Robbins has their 31 flavors, and Cold Stone has their myriad of flavors, then all kinds of different mix-ins, so you can really get the variety out of them. Or you can buy yourself a gelato maker or a ice cream maker at home and do your own creations like I do. But we could talk about all kinds of frivolous things all day long, and I know you don't want to hear me chit-chat about these things. You want me to chit-chat about other things. Well, I do want to talk about frivolous things, stupid things. A couple of days ago, if you looked at the program notes, I labeled a couple of stories as those loony liberals. It's not just liberals, folks. In all walks of life, all these collectives that the collectivists like to toss us into and label us with. Every single one has people with quirks and things to laugh at. So here's one that actually had me. I have mixed feelings on it because part of me wants to poke fun and laugh at the victim, which I know isn't right, but also at the perpetrators of this particular crime I'm about to talk about, and I want to laugh at them too because I think they're even more stupid. But and there's reasons behind it. I'll get into those, folks. But the base of this particular crime is, well, you decide. In Tucson, Arizona, a woman pulled into the drive-thru and ordered some breakfast tacos, those waffle tacos, for her and her family. And she was sitting there waiting for them to come out of the drive-thru window, and they finally came through. Took 10 minutes. And then they drove off. As she drove away, she started hearing constant horn beeping coming behind her as an SUV chased her down and followed her around and tracked her down. Finally, she pulled onto a side street, and this SUV pulled in, and somebody jumped out and grabbed a rock and smashed in her window and beat her up with a rock in the hand. And the reason why they did it is because they missed the breakfast window because they were stuck behind this woman's car for 10 minutes while she was waiting for her order. At least that's what they thought. That's what they believed. So they beat up this poor woman because they were too late to get their Taco Bell waffle tacos, and they missed the breakfast serving window.
How dumb can you be?
I'm sorry, folks. I've never had one of these waffle tacos. Are they really that good? I mean, come on. First of all, they're made with waffles. That means they're probably chock full of gluten. Now, I'm not going to sit here and go on a rant about telling you should not eat gluten or should eat gluten, but I'm going to say it flat out. My family is gluten-free for very good medical reasons, so I can't eat them anyway. So my question is, I can never try one. Are they really that good? Also, I live in Texas currently. I used to live in Arizona. I used to live in the Tucson area and south of Tucson, a little bit closer to the border. I have had the local border area food. And I'll tell you, if you think Taco Bell is running the border, no. First of all, aren't they moving their... No, they're not. That's somebody else that's moving their headquarters to Canada. Taco Bell is the one who told Canada that they'll start serving these waffle tacos there if they'll take Justin Bieber back. So, yeah, I agree with that one. But are these things that good? I mean, I've had real breakfast burritos, real border food, and I don't see Taco Bell coming anywhere near in comparison. They're tacos, and if you can even call them that, those really terrible things that they try to pass off as Tex-Mex food do not compare. If you're in Texas, go to a Taco Cabana. You'll never go to Taco Bell again. And Taco Cabana is a crappy chain compared to the mom and pop shops that are all over the place. And like I said, I lived in southern Arizona. Now, Texas has some great Tex-Mex. Of course, that's the Tex part of the Tex-Mex. But you have the Arizona border food with their kind of unique styles. And I've had all kinds of things there. And I remember when the Chipotle opened in my little town that I lived in Arizona, there was like lines out the door and everything. And I was looking and saying, I've had Chipotle before. They're from Colorado. They are not that good. Chipotle is better than Taco Bell, and Chipotle sucks! My humble opinion again. Those of you who have never eaten real border food and been to shop around at some of the mom and pop shops down in border states and actually tried authentic, real border food, just don't have the comparison. But let me take it from my standpoint. You know, you may like, one place better than another place as far as the mom and pop shops go, but once you find one that you like, Chipotle and Taco Bell will never compare. Never. There'll never be an adequate substitute. You'll be up on the Canadian border craving a burrito. The only thing around will be a Chipotle. You'll be walking there, you'll order it, you'll take one bite and go, yeah, this just doesn't do it. It doesn't satisfy. It is not a real burrito. It's kind of a spicy Colorado wrap thing. And Taco Bell is even lower on the totem pole, lower on the ladder as far as their quality. Sorry, folks. So I'm just trying to understand why, first of all, why they would even be going through the drive-thru at Taco Bell in the first place. There are better places to go that are mom and pop shops in Tucson. I've been to them. And then to be so upset over not being able to order your taco waffle or waffle taco or whatever the heck they call it, that you're going to beat somebody up? How dumb can you be? Why didn't you just instead go, to Rosalita's